So it kind of got in my head the other day that Hollywood, in terms of getting elevator pitches and stuff like that, there's plenty of stuff that can kind of get thrown out of the box and put on the screen, and it really doesn't need that much effort. You can fill in the gaps here and there, but there's plenty of concepts up there that would make great movie ideas, and they just never do it. And it stays in cold storage for so long that it gets very frustrating. So I decided that I'm going to start a new series right now, and that is called Why Isn't This Movie Been Made? Or Somebody Make This Movie. So to do that, I have enlisted the help in the spirit of superheroes with a friend of mine who we shall call Paranoia. And for those of you wondering his origin story, it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell basis. And you're probably all going to ask right about now. So screw you. So thanks for coming on the show, dude.
And you gotta be careful, You know,
there's about people. What?
Those Illuminati,
You know what? Can you even spell Illuminati?
The people are after me.
Anyway, so you're a big fan of Static Shock.
Yes.
You grew up watching that. I grew up watching probably more episodes than you did. And I was just like, why have they never made a movie on Static Shock before? It's a simple question, really.
Yeah.
This guy, if you haven't grown up with the show, it was based on a comic book character like Milestone Media or something, and it basically got kind of absorbed by DC. So much so that it's actually part of the New 52 now. And then they kind of made him this DC character where in the show, he's basically in the same world as like Batman, Superman. He met Batman like four times.
And he was a huge fan.
Yeah. Freaking Superman. He did a crossover with him. He did a crossover with the Justice League. He was in the Justice League show in this like alternate reality thing. Dude was on fire. Show got canceled. After 4, maybe 5 seasons. I think 4.
Is that long? Is that pretty long?
For cartoons, yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I've seen much better shows get cut.
Okay.
Not that it was a bad show. Anyway, the cartoon basically made that franchise. If you knew Static, you knew him by Static Shock. So, my question comes again. Why have they not made a movie about this? Because, not to confess your identity to the world, shockers, he's black. But,
they can see my hands.
In terms of like a black superhero movie, it's very hard to come by. I think the most well-known is frigging Blade.
Yeah.
Am I wrong here?
Yeah, he's not even he's even a superhero.
Maybe like Will Smith from Men in Black and stuff like that.
Jeez, yeah, that's why, like, what's it called again? I think that Static Shock will really, like,
It would absorb the demographic.
Yeah, and he would really, target a huge, like,
you gotta speak up over
kids.
that fan.
They'll target kid audiences, teen audiences, like Spider-Man.
I think, yeah.
Like, how Spider-Man's very popular amongst kids, teens?
Because he relates to that crowd, and that's kind of the thing.
He's like he's like Spider-Man in a way, but like he's growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dealing with being a superhero, stuff like that. I think it will really do well and sell well.
I think it would absorb that demographic because, you have to look at it as a business angle. You can't just throw out ideas and say, that's cool, let's make a movie about it.
Yeah.
It's a business. Hollywood is a film industry. I understand that.
He's like a gimmick.
You would have you would have an audience ready to follow it. Okay?
Yeah.
So, you could have a social superhero. On the DC side of things, we've seen enough social stuff with friggin' Spider-Man and the Marvel side of things where they try to make him, socially relatable.
Yeah. And
DC's got to bring up their game.
Yeah, and with Static Shock, he's way more interesting than that Cole in Infamous.
Mm-hmm.
Like he
the infamous video game?
Yeah, Infamous, the video game.
Didn't he have the same powers as Static Shock?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I think Static Shock will really stand out, and it will do really well. It'll be interesting to see him. The only actor I could think of that could play him is Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco.
He's a rapper, but
I
I don't know, but there's probably
I'd rather see Marlon Wayans play Static Shock than
no,
Lupe
the
Fiasco.
Lupe. I just like it because of
Shorty.
his dreads. His dreads. Lupe Fiasco.
Oh crap! I'm on TV, son.
Nah, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll find an appropriate actor.
I think.
But yeah, they should really start a Static Shock movie.
You're probably out of the frame, by the way.
Oh, they should.
They heard you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the thing that really made the show interesting was the fact that they didn't quite butter up the whole fact that Dakota, the city he's based in, is a ghetto park.
Yeah.
They kind of got the whole atmosphere right about gang warfare, which in a ghetto park is not that uncommon in terms of like, relating to high school students and stuff like that. And you're really able to kind of bring in the audience because, like, a movie like friggin' Chris Nolan's Batman series, Batman deserves to be in a world like that because Gotham City is a hellhole.
Yeah.
It's basically a city like ghetto.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, because you take the show where he had this widespread DC Universe thing involved, Young Justice right now, that is getting so popular. You can introduce so many of these DC superhero sidekicks because they're teens just like him. Throw them in the background, have him be in the same high school as Dick Grayson, or like Kid Flash.
In upcoming season, he's going to be in
Of the Young Justice, yeah, he's supposed to be in the second season somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, and everybody's loving Young Justice, so you've got an audience right there. Now, I know what you're all probably thinking. Static Shock isn't that well known. In fact, some of you may not even watch the Static Shock cartoon. I will challenge that right there. Because DC Universe, or DC Comics, I swear, they are either ignorant or completely brainless when it comes to handing out some of their like copyright stuff to their patents to Hollywood filmmakers. You know why?
Why?
How many big DC superhero movies have we gotten in total? Of the big names?
Okay.
3.
Dark Knight Rises.
No, I'm talking Batman, Superman, Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Where is a Wonder Woman movie? Where is a Flash movie? Where's friggin' Aquaman? Yeah, you can make all your fish jokes that you want. But, like, they have made so many more movies on very little known characters.
Give me an example,
What
please.
idiot decided, let's make a Jonah Hex movie? Let's make a Losers movie. Let's make a Red movie, all that stuff. It might have been a cool graphic novel, but really? That's stuff that you do later down the road after you've done all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Why has not somebody gone to them and said, you know what, I've got an idea for a Flash movie.
They're working on it.
And I know what you're saying. You don't want to give out your big projects to stuff that's going to possibly...
You know what they should do?
Hold on.
Okay.
You don't want to give out your big projects to stuff that is going to go down the tubes. You cannot fail with this script. You have to try to fail. I'm serious. You know what the origin story of Static Shock is? He gets in this explosion with all these like other teenagers. This mutagenic gas or whatever. And they all come out with different powers. You got an entire rogues gallery in that explosion. You've got the origin story, the science fiction, if you will, all there. And you've got his costume, because his costume is realistic, all that stuff. This is a movie that's almost idiot-proof. Make it! What is wrong with you? Make the frigging damn movie! Go, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, with how you're saying DC's not pushing out their cool superheroes?
Yeah.
Like, you know how
eventually
they're going to make a Justice League movie, right?
Eventually.
Well,
when I'm 84.
You know what they should do? Like what they've been doing, like what what's it called again? Marvel has been doing with their superheroes.
Well, that's
like
why I said about Young Justice. They can do it from a Static Shock angle. They can introduce these young guys.
You know how they've been making movies like about Iron Man, Thor, and stuff like that. They should start slowly with
DC. They want to do it.
You already did with Batman.
They want to do it from a different angle. They don't want to just copycat them all and stuff like that. But in terms of, looking at it from like giving Static Shock a chance, there is a Steel movie You have any idea who Steel is?
No.
There is a movie of an Iron Man-like vigilante. It sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
And here's why. Do you know who plays him? Shaq.
Oh, jeez.
Shaquille O'Neal
Oh, gosh.
in this crappy rubber steel armor suit.
He sucks at rapping. He sucks at
If you can give yeah, it was the 90s. You'd make any crap that came your way. You just made Jonah Hex less than like 3 years ago. You can make a Static Shock movie.
Yeah. And it won't.
Don't give
it'll
me
be
any
good.
of your financial gamble BS.
It'll do good, and it'll reach such a popular.
You would have so many people packing the theater. It wouldn't, maybe not be a blockbuster, but it'd be something. You'd
Yeah.
get money. Even if it sucked, you'd get people watching it. Look at Green Lantern. Look at friggin' Jonah Hex. You know how many people showed up to that piece of crap, that movie? I told you that movie's gonna suck. Anyway, I think that it's a great movie, a great movie idea. I think they could realistically add stuff. He flies around on a frigging trash can, for crying out loud. You know, we're not asking for hover cars or supersonic jets. This is a great movie with potentially a low budget. You know, it's a good B-grade movie at tops. What's your excuse?
Yeah.
I just say, give it a shot. If the movie sucks, then at least you've probably made a whole lot of money. What do you got better to do? Frigging Red 2? Screw you.
So that's what you have to say now.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Anything you want to add?
No, that's pretty much it. Just make
Make
it.
the frigging movie.
It'll reach a big
What's wrong with you?
demographic. It'll reach the kids, everyone. So you should make it. It's like one of those Spider-Man family-friendly movies, like where your family can even watch.
And you can even make it relatable. You can
Yeah.
make it something where it's not just, always, sugarcoating, like, real life scenarios like gang violence and stuff like that. Have villains like, what's his name, Ebon? That dude with those shadow powers in the show? That dude was frigging hardcore.
Yeah.
No, we want to make, friggin'...
And you know what
All
they
these
should do? They
stupid
should make
movies.
him meet like a few DC characters just to make them.
Yeah.
Just go crazy.
Make the, I think it has a lot of potential here, and I don't understand why they don't go for it, but
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. I want the friggin' movie made. Get your asses on it.
Do it!